We are definitely losing an asset in our school district, and it just brings tears to my eyes.
Well, I certainly appreciate your words. I certainly have loved every minute that I've done it. Some more than others, but I've loved. And to leave the kids and leave the teachers will be very difficult. I will miss
You don't
that.
have to.
I won't, you know. I know I'm coming back to give Min his diploma, because he won't finish, but, you know, I tell the teachers today, I'm one of those full speed ahead, you know, get a good head of steam and just ram through it, but I've lost some steam. So it's time to retire.
Well, I'd just like to say, as a parent that had a child under you at the middle school, the first time that I heard you talk to my son, you talked to him as an adult, and I appreciate that so much, and it was wonderful, and it got better ever since.
Thank you. I have truly enjoyed it.
I'd like to say that I am not envious of you in your travel because I've been doing it for the last 7 months. But unlike Andy,
We were hoping you didn't find your way back, James.
you did not have all of my kids, just half of them. and I really want you to know that I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that you did because we had some rough times, and you were very supportive. So I appreciate that.
No, thank you, sir.
And I echo what everybody else said. You and I have talked on certain situations, and every child that I've talked to has nothing but respect for you as a person and as a principal. And to me, that tells everything. I've never, and this is honest, I've never heard a bad word about you. And to know you got a principal that nobody ever talks bad about, you're doing the right
They
thing.
do, but I appreciate
Well,
it.
not to me. And I mean, you've helped my daughter so much. And I
Well, I
can't think
certainly
enough.
have received much more than I have given.
Well,
And I
You
have
may
one
think
mission.
that.
I have one recommendation. Being that you're going to retire, you could do the school district and the board a favor and do like Mr. Arledge, you know, come back and just donate your position and time as the principal and not receive pay.
Oh, baby. But I certainly don't expect to turn loose and just, you know, whomever decides to take that job, I will certainly be a resource for them.
Don't let it interfere with your travel.
You won't. That's what cell phones are for.
There you go. So life is good out there. I want you to know that.
And then,
all these teachers will be missed.
Very much. They've been with us a long time. We've lost a lot of outstanding teachers the last 3 years to
But
retire.
wasn't it great how all the teachers of the year were young teachers?
yes,
That was so nice to see.
and all girls.
Well, maybe we need to go out and start doing some recruiting.
Gail Sheraton, she's retiring. I tell you what, I saw Gail 2 weeks ago. She ran a half marathon, and it was in the top. She got in the top qualifying finishes. I mean, you know, there's Angie Holmes. I knew Angie from the elementary schools coming up. I mean, who hasn't she taught? And there's so much. Do we know how many hours all of this? Years and hours, or do they do that thing?
I can hardly keep up with mine.
That's an awful lot of dedication and knowledge and stuff and wisdom there. The only other comment I had under the coaches for the spring sports, now, when we have these positions that are open and stuff, do they go out on a board and everybody gets to apply, or are there certain people that they just go to, or how?
What's the process, I guess?
Yeah.
The process on the fast pitch is we had a person wanting to come in and do it, no pay.
Well, we like that person. Yeah, it was easy.
And she has coached and done that, was willing to spearhead it and start it up. On the other one, the person who was going to do golf was not available, and I think someone else that was interested had signed on for another sport, and there wasn't anybody who really knew golf, is what my understanding was, you know.
Okay. All right.
So,
Well, I appreciate Paul too donating his,
he's donating his time and driving the bus and all.
yeah. Okay.
You know, we have a lot of people who do a lot for the students,
Oh, yeah.
over and above, so.
Okay, so the motion was made and seconded to accept all personnel A through D. So all in favor? All opposed?
Susan, we will miss you.
Susan,
But you have us
Susan,
here here the rest of
Susan.
this year, so.
Yeah, I
What
told the
can I
faculty
do
today,
to
I'm
you?
not a lame duck. Don't think I'm gonna lay down. I will be running
You know
every
you well
day.
enough, you won't
I know
do
you're
that.
gonna go out with a bang.
I definitely will.
A small bang, Mrs. White.
Now there's no consequences. Yeah, when I finally go.
This is a fun time in life, Susan, when you say, hey, did I say that? Oops, I did.
We all know how fast she does that graduation. Let's see this year.
Oh, yeah.
It comes up just a little bit faster.
Oh, all right, under information, number 15. We have the ADA report, which Carolyn gave to us in our stack. B, we have received a letter from the state of Mississippi saying they had found no, what did they find? They issued, findings is a good word.
No finding.
There were no findings, and
No exceptions.
no exceptions. Thank y'all, I don't even have to read now, so we did good. So, if y'all need to read that, we have that. And then C is discuss changing the March 8th board meeting because of the Mardi Gras. To
Somebody was
Thursday
playing
the
video.
10th. Do we have,
Motion.
do I have a
Second.
second?
That's on action, right?
This is, we're moving this to an action, yeah.
Yeah,
All
that
in
has to
favor?
be an action. Yeah.
Okay, so it will be Thursday, March the 10th.
Let me ask you a question on the board meetings. Are there any board members going to the MSBA conference? Isn't that at the second February
21st
meeting?
and 22nd.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So how many people will that affect? I didn't think of that earlier.
I'm not gonna be able to go. And I hate it because it looks like it is going to be a good program.
You won't be able to make it.
James, are you going?
Yes, ma'am.
Claire?
No,
Tim?
I plan on going to the school law part of it at least.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that, with all the budget cuts and things we're looking forward to, I think it's time this board set an example by not doing any travel expenses, for these types of things and get our credit hours in Gulfport and
Okay.
that's what I want to say about travel, no more travel for this board. We need to set the example on saving money.
All right, and then, I will say, I am gonna be out for a month starting March 22nd, so.
You gotta let the board,
No, I've gotta go out. I won't be out attending a couple of the meetings.
What are you saying?
May have a different-
information coming up.
vice president.
Oh, okay.
See, he has a little foresight. He's trying to use that. That's what he's trying.
Okay, all right. All right, so now number 16, nomination of school board officers. Last year, our policy said that we would nominate them at one, and then we would elect at the following meeting. We will start as policy, we go president, vice president, and then secretary. So I'm opening up the floor for nominations for president.
I'd like to nominate Angie Johnson for president.
Second. Oh, well, I guess it's just nominating.
We don't vote,
Nominated
just
two then.
nominating.
It's two nominations.
Two.
How's that?
Any other nominations? Okay, I'm opening up the floor for nominations for vice president.
I'd like to nominate Tim Pierce.
Tim? All right, I'm opening up the floor for nominations for secretary.
Nominate Jimmy. Good secretary. You got a lot of time.
Well, I was just saying. I recommend the slate remain as it is.
Okay, all right, so the next board meeting, which will be, we are having it on the 21st or 22nd.
Does anybody want to change it? I mean,
James will be the only one not here. Everybody else will be here, correct?
That's our regular Tuesday.
Yes, our regular. Jim, you won't be here.
Because the school also, I don't know if it's a Thursday, I don't understand it.
I don't know. She's talking about January 21st.
January 21st and 22nd. Are you going to that school,
21st and
that school
22nd.
board? Or are you going to a different school board meeting?
No, it's the one, the school law seminar.
It's a law seminar that is.
In February,
Yeah, it's,
but I don't remember which day
I
it
think,
is.
I thought it was Monday.
Monday and Tuesday is this, that big-
No,
I thought school law was near the end, not the beginning, is that wrong?
oh, Gene, I said, well, I can't get on my.
The school law part of it, it's just one
one
day.
day.
but it doesn't show, I don't have the,
I
I
was
have
thinking
the
it
things
was,
of meeting, but I don't know what part, what day.
I was thinking it was Monday, but I could be wrong.
registration form for the school board?
It doesn't tell you what.
Let's see, I may
what
have
day
it on my
those
thing, but I don't think so.
You just got to schedule all of it.
Let's see what I got, let's see.
It is, it doesn't tell you Monday school.
Jim, while they're talking about that, since we only had one nominee in each position, can we go ahead and accept that tonight?
No, your policy says you gotta do it next time.
Okay.
But I mean, next time there won't be any nominations, so it'll just
Right,
be
that's
accepted.
okay.
I mean, you like vote? Or you just say you accept this board as presented?
Just by next time, the minutes can just reflect it's accepted by acclamation, but there's only one candidate. Okay, it's the 21st,
Yeah,
so, that's a Monday.
that's what I was thinking it was 25. I thought it was the day before the conference.
I just looked up your email, James, and
It's
Okay.
21st. That's
So
all.
you'll be here.
Yes.
Okay, all right, well then we're good to go for the next board meeting.
we'll just be
And
missing James.
James,
We'll
and
miss
just if we
James.
can get some updates on kids and what our numbers look like, maybe at the schools and in our tuition and,
Okay, I've got a chart I'll send you that shows who's tuition, who's paying, who lives on the CD based on that.
okay.
I was looking for a little bit more capacities at the different levels, where we're at on that. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can kind of keep an idea where we're
Classroom-wise
at.
capacity.
Tim, you want classrooms?
Well, as we take tuitions, as we take CV base and so forth, we've got to keep an eye on our ceilings.
Total
What I'm saying is
capacity.
classroom numbers, not just school.
Yeah, I mean, the average of
I think you
classroom
gotta look
numbers
at
is
both.
important, but what's our
Yes.
maximum capacity at each school?
I mean, we can't take 50 more second graders. You know, we got to look at what is our capacity in that grade levels as they flow through school.
You can, you would have to add the teachers at the
Well, and
second
that's,
grade.
yeah, we know we,
But the
yeah.
return on it is much better to go ahead and add a teacher, you know.
Yeah.
I think,
We'll have to look at
Tim, the problem is going to be, we discussed this when we started talking about tuition.
Mhm.
We can deny tuition because we don't have to add a teacher
Right,
to add one student.
Right.
But we don't have that choice with CD base.
right. And that's when, on the tuition side of it, I don't know what that number is. I don't know how close we're getting to it.
Yeah.
Because it may be that if we get close to our
We may
limit,
stop
we may
doing it.
relook at our tuition and say, hey, maybe we
This
need
is
to go
good.
higher because there is a demand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like Ms. Hamilton's running the school, and I think she would know what's best and how many students per classroom we would need.
And it's something that we plan on working up for
But
budget
it's- I was
stuff,
gonna
because
say,
you need
we
to
need to
see
know
it.
it. And it is, we need to start looking at setting up some time to do budget preparation and getting more look into that for a lot of things, maybe coming up with some lists.
That would be good. We haven't had one in 3 years. That would be nice to have one this one year.
So, all right, any other things to discuss?
So the February meeting will stay when it is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Executive session. You sure you want to?
Oh, let's do it anyway.
Okay,
that's great.
so I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Uh,
Ketchup may be bad, huh?